I believe that the only way to have moments of true happiness in a realm where purpose is revealed is to live that purpose and feel a level of completion within oneself and within this life. If not, you're talking pleasure and euphoria, not
and
true
happiness. Exactly. That's I was about to say the same thing. That pleasure shouldn't be considered too, because happiness is the wrong word. Maybe peace is a better word
fulfillment.
of what to be established.
Fulfillment
Fulfillment, a
is
better
the
word.
best word.
Yep.
Because what we have is a bunch of empty, shallow, vapid, materialistic, worldly slaves who are talking heads in empty suits, right? What did the masters tell them?
Well, they want the government to do everything for them.
Non-essential, sir. See how it's right there? Mammon and Molech and Baal always got the real truth for you. You don't want to look at, that you try to resist, even though they're helping you if you let them be. They're the greatest teachers and testers. Non-essential. Right? So we lack that essence of creation and the creator.
COVID, and similar to you, probably. I don't know. But I assume that you didn't get any COVID vaccines. I never did.
No, I gave out COVID shots. I not only didn't get them, I gave them out because I want the cowardly, pathetic, slaved out populace out of here and onto the hell they love quicker than ever. I'm joking, sir. I don't have the heart to get it done. Bless their hearts.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, people got fooled, and that's a shame for them and for the people they love, and the people that love them. But it's a shame what they did to us during COVID. It's something that people will remember it better in history because they won't feel so attached to Fauci and all the lies that he put out. But soon they're going to realize that, why are we not putting China on the hook for all of it? And not only China, but we had some people like Fauci, you know, running the operation to create COVID in the first place. So I wish that Trump would maybe be a little tougher on China. Do you have many political thoughts, opinions? Do you vote even?
No, I don't do any of that, man. It's all Babylon statism. It's all worldly garbage to me. It can never result in making an effect. The only thing that can make an effect is when people become conscious and aware and conscionable. It doesn't matter how you
have an effect with voting.
Sir, the reason this got this way is because most people are not conscionable. They're not conscionable. They don't use their conscience to discern right from wrong and make the right decision. Also because they're cowards.
Right, but I agree with that.
Voting doesn't change that. Slavery changes that, sir. You need more slavery. You're not getting it. You're not. He's ironing me. He's checked out.
Right, but here's what I'm saying. I want more people with a conscience like you voting. Why would I?
Sir, you know I got my conscience. You know I got my conscience. Absolute pain, suffering, brokenness, humiliation. Complete ego checking, self-chosen suffering, just various forms of slavery and genocide, addictions. Again, that's back to that black pupil idea, right?
No,
the reason that I can see the light now is because the crack is where the light enters, right? I had to get so low and so dark and so ready to not live in and of the world that I could have the truth of God revealed to me, because we can't live in and of the world and live with this truth. They don't coexist side by side, right? So the prerequisite foundational beingness to receive the truth God has for you is you have to get so dark and low and broken that you're willing to take anything from anybody, including a gorilla in a trailer. You see the game, right?
No, I get that, but I still don't understand why you would say that you don't want to vote.
Because I'm giving my power, my conscious, my power, my energy away to a bunch of folks in suits who have never done the right thing yet. And I don't put faith in earthly man for whom there is no salvation. And there is no salvation in a bunch of men who don't serve truth and God. And none of them do, sir. I don't care what anybody thinks and feels.
You can always choose for who you think is the best person.
I'm not interested in the lesser of evils. They're all evil. They're all reprobate. They're all corrupt. They're all worldly. I'm not interested in choosing the lesser of evils. I give up my soul.
That's not true. Not everybody.
You can't point to one person who doesn't elevate their position and money above doing what's right. There hasn't been one of them who's made a citizen's arrest on any of these criminals. You're deluded, sir. You're in denial. You don't want to admit that your life is run by cowards who give you a false choice, that you got to vote for the best and the worst.
Don't tell me what I don't want to admit.
Do you pay tax?
My life's not run by anybody but me.
I know you don't believe that. We're going to establish that right now. This is one of the painful processes folks have to go through when they come here. He ran most likely because he's not ready for it. See, when it's fellowship and feel good and Jeebus and truth and rights and and life and all that, we always get to a certain point where it's for the real. Like, we're going to establish who's the real man and who the mice are here by pushing into what the truth really is and shows, right? So, sir, you're in denial, you're in delusion. You're one of these massy clowns. I can already tell you're gonna give me the rap. It's bullshit. You pay land and house tax to own your property. If you don't pay it, okay, he's back. Wanted to believe he didn't. I wanted to believe you didn't run, but I've seen it before. Hello, hello? Or is that someone else? 775?
Yeah. I didn't hear exactly what you said.
Okay. So you got disconnected. You didn't run off the phone.
No.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I felt like it was, I don't take anything for granted, but I felt like it was kind of early for that. I felt like we didn't, if it was going to be a run, I felt like it wasn't time yet. But, right. So let's establish this real quick, right?
Wait, I'm not the guy that was just last on.
Okay, you're not. So he did run. That's what I'm saying. Okay, what do you have for me, sir? Can I get a name?
Ran away.
Okay. Did you see him run off on your way in? Was he really upset?
I expected it.
Right. Okay. Questions, comments, concerns, ideas. Give us a name just so we can receive you or address you. I get it. What's in a name? You bring your spirit. That's how we receive you. But let's be polite
I'll
here.
give you both.
Great.
In the comments, I'm Bucking, and my real name's Garrett.
Can you talk up and get loud? They're telling me they're low on your end. You're kind of low on my end too.
Oh, shoot. How can I moved to a place where phone service is shit, but I got land.
I think it's just the physical handset. It's not as loud and clear. It's not as loud as it could be. So just get right up on it. But go ahead. Give me what you got, man.
Let me see if I can get the speaker closer. Is that any better?
Right. And again, it's kind of interesting because the guy was right about to say, he was in the process saying, these legalists and corporatists and politicians don't run my life. Well, if they don't run your life, why vote for them? Well, because if not, a Democrat's going to get in and run my life. What? Like every time with these people, they're just impervious to logic. And what's interesting is they fashion themselves to be logical, moral, ethical people who think for themselves. And every time, 8 out of 10 times here, we show that's just not the case. So you don't want to admit that politicians and politics runs your life on some level. If it didn't, you wouldn't engage with it. You engage with it because you acknowledge it runs your life and people around you's life. And on some level, the world. And that's the problem, not the solution. See how it works?
Makes me laugh and cry at the same time.
I listen, I'm so like numb at this point from doing just decades. I'm 37 and this started at 12, man. Questioning these people.
And I started at probably 7.
Right. Well, 12 is what I remember, but they tell me I've been a problem since day one, right?
Yeah, I could be lying to myself.
Go ahead, give me what you got, man. Or you just want to bond with me and hang about slavery and how, like, maybe we see some of it. Like, where are we at here?
Man. I've been wanting to call in and be a part of the panel for a long time. I mean, I've been hanging out in the chat for I don't know how many years, over 3, maybe around 3. But I was just calling in. My comments were blocked, and I kind of felt bad. So I was like, "Did I fucked up?" I was mowing the lawn, and I was like, "Was I scrolling the chat, not knowing it?"
What's your name again?
And Bucking Up Tyrants is the name in the chat.
I don't think you're blocked, sir. I never blocked you.
Oh, I don't know. It's weird.
We'll type there right now, and we'll confirm. This is a complaint call, is what it is. Paul, he didn't want to say it, but that's really where he's going. That's what this all is about. I'm in the chat. You're not giving service like you should, and you're blocking me. What is that? What's that about?
I just put Bucking. But now.
Yeah, you're there, sir. Are you drinking today? Have you had any drugs or alcohol? Actually, I know you have.
Yeah.
How much? I know, because it's America, right? I get it. How much drugs and alcohol have you had, sir? And what types? So we can really bond here.
Oh.
And do you have extras for the class? Did you bring extras for the class? They need to numb their slavery out.
I wouldn't drink any alcohol.
Well, what do you mean you wish you would smoke weed? What, like a genie has to come down and tell you to switch your addictions to one that's at least a bit more palatable or better for your health, and you can probably make sense. Like I can just smoke weed here all day every day and I'm like locked in, I'm in the zone. I don't know if that's me, the weed, what it is, but yeah. And then we go out there too. Like if I get on too much of the weed, we really get out there and we start analyzing somebody's pinky toe and how it's a reflection of the cosmos, right? And people are like, man, he's really out there. But I still make sense, I believe. I want to believe that. Maybe the weed's so good I don't, but I think I do.
I drive for a living, so those random drug tests are kind of fucked up.
Right, I get it. If you're gonna drive for a living, you might as well drink. That's usually the.
Well, I mean, I probably shouldn't drink, but well, everybody has their vices, I guess. Maybe I'll get over it one day, hopefully.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe the slaves will get over slavery and genocide one day. Their addiction to it one day. Hey, bro, we're here for you in whatever capacity we could be here for. I would think if nothing else, it would be a common sense, logical decision. Like I don't want to destroy my kidneys and liver. I can use THC to change my consciousness, expand my mind, whatever you want to call it. Self-medicate to some extent if you have pain or whatever else. And not destroy your body in the process and be a little bit closer to something natural if you're going to eat it, right? Because again, once you smoke it or vape it, there's levels to everything.
The gummies are awesome.
Yeah, but then you got sugar and all the other crap in there, right? Like, why do we gotta?
Everything's bad for you, though.
It's not, though. That's the thing. Like, if you took plants and herbs and roots and you soaked them with cannabis in an olive oil, right? An organic olive oil or something. I don't see how that's bad for you. As a matter of fact, it's antioxidant. There's polyphenols in there, right? There's cannabinoids to hit the cannabinoid receptors that are naturally put there because God apparently intended for us to use that. Alcohol doesn't have that, right? So
yeah, I'm sure it's another misconception put there by the government to fuck everybody up.
Yeah, alcohol is the tool of the slave plantation, right? It gets you ignorant, arrogant, uppity, ready to fight over nothing. You don't make as good connections, right? Weed is traditionally the plant of societies who question authority and think outside the box and make sense and even go above everybody's head, right? Like if you want to do correlations on societies and their main substances, some idiot on Facebook yesterday said, all the greatest societies are alcohol based. And I go, you are absolutely moronic and you have no realization or understanding for anything. Literally, your founding fathers were smoking dope and they found hundreds of weed pipes with resin in the front lawns when they did the excavations, right? And the man talking about using cannabis and all the rest of it. All of the most warlike, detrimental, self-harming, ignorant, arrogant people and civilizations use alcohol as a base tonic. All of the spiritual, right, including the folks in the Middle East who as Pete Hegseth is pounding alcohol and lying, who are they all attacking? The Muslims and the folks in the Middle East who traditionally are known for growing hemp, reefer, and using hash and all the rest of it.
Stop those guys.
Well, that's typically what it is, right? You know, the Afghanis and them, they're known for smoking hash, communing with the spirit, saying we're not going to deal with infidels and colonizers, and we're going to live in a mud hut the rest of our life if we have to, in truth and what's right, and you can get fucked. And guess what? They're unbeatable. So it's the U.S. troop tards who dance around in thongs now and fuck each other and pound beers and have fist fights with each other on the base because they're completely reprobate and colonized and taken over, right? So again, it's just the opposite of what they say. Traditionally, the societies of colonization and oppression are alcohol based and domination. The traditionally the societies of spirituality and enlightenment, sort of anti-authoritarian, right, are typically cannabis-based cultures, you know, and hallucinogenic-oriented cultures, right?
I fucking love those too.
Just like the Native Americans. They got a hold of alcohol and it would destroy them, right? But before that, you know, and again, they had their own issues and whatever with the whole, they believed at one point that they had a right, when I've studied this, if I have it correct, they believe they had a right after, for whatever reason, attacked or not, to raid the encampments of the Westerners and the colonizers, for food and for whatever else. So, you know, nobody's angels in this. But
not at all.
Yeah, typically the folks who take peyote and mescaline and smoke reefer and don't lean hard on alcohol, they tend to be out of the box people who question authority, and they're closer to nature, right? They start to almost care. Like what the weed will do is, what the alcohol will do is,
don't fucking care.
There it is. What the alcohol will do is allow you to numb yourself in your heart to not care about all the fucked up shit going on around you. 2 hits of the weed will put you in a paranoid state going, oh my God, I can't believe what the fuck is going on around me. And then I'm going to show up to a job on Monday and work for Sergeant Asshole, right? That's the difference. So again, just even like with resonation, bro, you come here all the time. You resonate with the spirit here. You resonate with the symbolism of what it all is. And then you imbibe in the tonic of the ignorant, arrogant dominator who, again, one of the main reasons it is what it is so you can give it to women and fuck them. Let's be real about that too. I mean, there's so many things.
I'm smart, stupid, like everybody else.
Yeah, you give your woman 2 hits of weed and she starts wondering why she ever started fucking with you at all, as opposed to give her 2 drinks and she's ready to fuck you and anybody else, right? So
I don't know. I'm happy.
Alcohol is for the delusional and denial who don't want truth. Weed is for those who want the truth and are willing to face it and deal with everything that comes with it. That's just the reality of it. That's why so many people, when we smoke weed, they act like little bitches. We used to smoke the weed. They all get, oh my God, this is happening to you. I go, what? You're feeling all the shit you didn't address before, right? Bitch ass motherfucker. And now you want to go into a panic attack? Because all the shit's coming up you didn't want to look at and address? Well, don't be a coward every day in your life. And then you can smoke 15 blunts like me and do a broadcast. And if you call it a panic attack, it at least leads to some kind of truth in addressing what's real in the facts. Yeah, I know why my father and others, my father was never big on alcohol either, but I know why a lot of them either don't do any of these substances at all, or they defer to alcohol. Because when they take the acid and the mushrooms and then the weed and all the rest of it, they start to see what they've done and not done. And it's overwhelming to them and they get fucking paranoid and anxious. Well, fucking deal with it.
My sister's ex-husband was staying with us and he was in the military, and he was like, man, I'd love to smoke some weed. I was like, this shit's really strong, so just take 1 hit, like you'll be good. He was like, oh, I can handle it. And then moments later, I need to go to the hospital. I was like, no, you don't, motherfucker. Shut up.
So you like cannabis. So I mean, if I could do the projection and presumption game and I'm pretty good at it. But why would you ever go from, if you're going to use anything at all, why would you ever go from using cannabis to alcohol? What's the allure and attraction and practicality of it?
I drive for a living and I get drug tested.
All right, you did say that. I mean, that's hardly a reason to decide what you're going to do as a lifestyle. Is your slave job has become your master. I mean, you know, listen to the logic. You're going to kill yourself, your kidneys and your liver with alcohol and get pancreatitis. By the way, I got pancreatitis, I believe, from the gallstone issue that when I went to go scan recently, they didn't find, but I was told about 10 years ago that I had. They said they found it, showed it to me. So I don't believe it went away. And I believe that it got better for a while and then came back. Pancreatitis is no joke. I'm going to tell you right now. And it causes like 5 other things to go on in your body that are not pleasant. So far from it. Like, I'm just saying, man, like, you know, we all do what we're going to do, but you better not take your body and the idea of health for granted, because now I'm in constant pain, even now to some extent, like significantly.
I'm in a lot of pain.
Right. Well, alcohol is probably not going to make it better, right? It's probably going to make it worse.
No.
So
Eventually, it takes a lot though.
Yeah, man, you're gonna kill
Probably 'cause I
yourself.
drink so much.
You're gonna kill yourself and numb yourself so you can continue to do your slave job to get coupons for value to trade them in to have the things to exist here. I mean, at
Yeah.
some point you got to prioritize yourself, the truth, what you're able to do here, your health, true wellness, not just being able to survive in and of this world, right? That should be a thing.
Yeah, and it's I know it's me and my mind telling me lies. But here I'm gonna start with excuses. Never mind that.
Yeah, I mean, it's better that you don't. I'm not like trying to give you a trip, man. I'm just saying that if your one reason for using one thing over the other, if it's unhealthy and bad for you, and you don't like it, and you don't respect yourself for doing it, is your job. Well, then that's two reasons to not like yourself and respect yourself for what you're doing. You're not even
Well, it's
doing
not
this because
really
you.
that.
Well,
It's
what
just
is it? Let's
health.
get to it.
It's just the health part. I mean, I have a great family. I want to be there for them, and that isn't helping me stay uh, there for them.